All right, I'm gonna give you my most extreme advice about becoming successful online. Now, if you're an Ecom Boss Mentoring student who's worked with me, you've gone through my training, you've worked with me, worked with my team one-on-one, you've got incredible results, then chances are this is advice that I've given you at some point. And if you aren't a student of mine yet, well then it's very, very important that you hear this, because listen, this is not gonna be the most exciting advice. This is not gonna be the sexiest advice, the most conservative advice. This is just advice from a 24-year-old guy who has done exactly what it is that you wanna do. Get started online, make an income online, travel the world, and live a life of freedom. Has it been the easiest ride in the world? Hell no. Has it been a painful ride at some points? Yes. But have I done what you wanna do? Yes. And do I know what it takes? Yes. In this video, if you want to be successful, I'm going to give you my most extreme piece of advice that you need to listen to. And if you're listening to this, you can make the decision about whether you want to follow it or not. But I don't want you watching this video and then sitting on the fence. I want you to leave this video with a yes, I'm going to do that, or a no, I'm not going to try it all. Because if you're going to sit in the fence and go, yeah, I'll just watch the next video that pops up on my YouTube, you're wasting your time. There's no point even watching this. Okay? Let's get to the nuts and bolts. If you're sitting there telling me that you want to be successful online, then you need to go all in. Now, what do I mean by all in? I'm not talking about watch a few more YouTube videos this week. I'm talking about investing in a one-on-one coach, joining a program that actually gets results, not a scammy course, joining a real program that gets results, getting to work, spending an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours a day, following a system that's proven to get results, and getting good at the skills of making money online. This is so, so important. If you are not learning from a coach and putting the time in each and every day, well then you're wasting your time. If you're just sitting here watching YouTube videos and hoping things are gonna change, you're never gonna get anywhere, because the bottom line is that it's not information that changes your life, it's implementation. It's doing the work, it's going all in. Hire a coach, put yourself into overdrive, do the work, get good at the skills, and then the last thing is, don't stop until you succeed. That's the biggest thing. You can get a great coach and you can get the coach to teach you the system, and then you can take that system and implement it every single day. But if you quit after 6 days, you're not gonna get anywhere. You want to then take action until you succeed. And the funny thing is that could take you 6 days. I've had it happen. It could take you 6 months. Had it happen. And I've also had people take 2-3 years to finally get the results they want. The bottom line is this: out of all those people who did it well and they succeeded and they stayed with it until they got the results, there was also people who gave up too early because they didn't want to go all in. They started learning, did a bit of work, and then they gave up after 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, 1 month, 2 months. And those are quite literally the people who get lost in the system. And that's the saddest part of all. Because when I say go all in, I mean go all in. I'm not saying sit on the fence, dip your toe in, do a little bit, come back up, I'm too scared, I can't be bothered, I'm too lazy. Those are the people that end up in the comment section saying,
hey, listen, I tried dropshipping, I tried e-commerce and it didn't work.
Those are the people that gave it 1 month, 2 months worth of effort, which is a couple of hours a week max while they're watching Netflix, and then they don't get the results because they're too lazy to see it through, and then they end up being a pessimist to the Facebook comments and the YouTube comments. Don't let yourself be that person. And if you're that person who's done it before, you should take this video as a warning sign, because I've seen what these people end up being like. I know they have a good heart, and I know they want to do it, and I know that making money online isn't just about them, it's about their family. But their lack of commitment has been the reason why they haven't got the results that they wanted. And so not only have they let themselves down, they're letting their family down, and ultimately, whether it's working with a coach, learning on YouTube, or doing anything, they're refusing to put themselves in a position to get the skills to get the results that they want. And so they end up bitter, and they end up as a pessimist, and they end up just being another YouTube commenter in the feed, discouraging other people. All the while, there's still some crazy people who are not listening to them, doing the work and getting the results that they wanted. All because they went all in, they stayed the path, and whether it took them 6 days, 6 weeks, or 2 to 3 years, doesn't matter. And got the results that they wanted. And I know that I'm ranting and I'm a little bit fired up about this, but it's true. And this is the reason why you've probably seen 16-year-old kids who are making 100 times more money than you are, and they're dumb. The bottom line is they're dumb. They don't have any life experience. I don't even think they can tell their left shoe from their right shoe. But the bottom line is they just go all in. They just sit in their room for 8 hours a day and just learn and do the work. That's all it is. If you're sitting here watching this and you're 21, 22, 35, 45, you've done things that are 100 times harder than these 16-year-old kids have ever done. But why is it they can make so much more money? It's because they went all in. They didn't overthink it. They didn't question, oh, is it a good idea for me right now? Do I have an hour per day? No, they just do the work. They went all in. They didn't make excuses. That's a perfect example. And funnily enough, I have a lot of parents who may be watching this. If you're a parent, I'm not a parent yet. I'm sure I will be soon. I've had a lot of parents who have messaged me and said, listen, I can't do it. I have a kid. And the funny thing is a couple of years ago, 2-3 years ago, I would have accepted that excuse. I'd be like, yeah, I don't understand. Like, I don't have kids. Like, please take it at your own pace, and I get it. But the funny thing is some of my most successful students that I have ever worked with were parents. And I'm not making this up. Ebony, a parent, made 5 grand profit in her first month. One of our more recent students, Aisha, absolute superstar, you would not believe this. She did $3,200 in sales while in the period of being pregnant, giving birth, and coming home with her newborn baby. Quite literally, I then saw her about a week or 2 later. After she'd given birth, she came to our in-person event in Melbourne and she was showing me her sales numbers and she said, yeah, I had a baby. There's still no excuse. I'm gonna get the work done. I'm gonna show these young people how it's done. There is no excuse after seeing stuff like that. Even if you're a parent, it comes down to making the time, not finding the time, making time, whether that's waking up 30 minutes earlier and going to bed 30 minutes later, and more importantly, having a reason to do it bigger than your excuses. I know you're tired. I know you're stressed. And I've heard all the horror stories when it comes to having a new baby and the crying and the mess and the stress and the responsibilities. I get it. I don't understand it personally yet because I'm 24. But I know it will come in my life at one point, and I'm sure I'll probably laugh and realize I'm maybe being a little bit out there right now. But the bottom line is I've had students who have gone out there and said, you know what, I'm not gonna buy into those excuses. I have a reason for doing this that are greater than those excuses. Yeah, I'm tired, but I wanna make sure I have an income stream so that I can stay at home with my kid, so I can sleep in a little bit more and spend more time with them during the day, as opposed to having to get up at 5 in the morning, send them off to daycare or put them at their cousin's house, or my sister's house to look after them for the day while I'm at work. Another thing being, hey, listen, I wanna spend more time at home with them, but I also wanna make sure that they have the best toys and the best education. I have money being put aside for better schooling. These are the reasons that are better than the excuses of, oh, I'm too tired, I can't be bothered, it's been a long day. So even if you're a parent and you're busy, I have had students that have run laps around you. Now, is it because they're more clever than you? No. Is it because they're braver than you? No. They just made the commitment to go all in. Now look, this video can go one of 2 ways. You can go, this is just a 24-year-old crazy kid from Australia who is just preaching at me and I don't want to listen to another bar of it. Everything he's saying is rubbish and I don't want to do this and I want to do things at my own pace, and that is fine. I don't have any judgment against you. Please, it is your life. Do whatever it is that you want to do. The only thing that I can say to you is, if you want to have the results that me and my students have, then all I can do is tell you what they've done. And it's up to you to make that decision. So if that's you and you don't see any value in this, please don't do something you don't want to do. Move on, enjoy this video, and just make the commitment, online business isn't for me. Because if you want to be successful online business and you're starting out, you need to go all in. So if this isn't for you, just don't do online business. Look into something else. But if you do want to be successful at online business, and you do want to make money online, and you realize that you do need to go all in, whether you're a young 18-year-old guy, a brand new parent, or a parent of teenagers who are already grown up and they're moving out of home, regardless of who you are, you need to go all in. Burn the bridges, no excuses, get the mentor, invest in a coach, follow the program, do 1, 2, 3 hours of work a day. And the biggest thing is, do not stop until you are successful. I don't care if you're 83 years old and you are still trying to make money online. It should never take that long, right? Say you that long, you're probably a pretty bad coach. But I don't care if you're 83 years old and you're still trying to do it. Keep going. Because I promise you, it is worth it if you just stay the course. So with that being said, this isn't for you. Don't do online business. But if you do want this, you do want to be successful online business, this is my most extreme advice. And most importantly, this is exactly what my successful students who have done exactly what you want to do have done. And I recommend that you do the same. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you've got some questions, message me on Instagram, linked below in the description. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next rant.